The Channel 4 expose of Reform UK in Clacton has been very clear. It says it didn't pay anyone. It says that they met Mr. Parker, Andrew Parker, for the first time at Reform Party headquarters, where he was a Reform Party canvasser. We didn't pay the Reform UK canvasser or anyone else in the report. Mr. Parker was not known to Channel 4 News and was filmed covertly via the undercover operation. Farage has now said in the last few minutes that as far as he was concerned, he was acting from the moment he came into the office. I 100% believe this whole thing is a total setup. I'm not buying this. This guy who made racist comments is an actor. We've been set up. Okay. So all I say is, was he also set up by the person that he does know, who, standing by a car, talks about degenerates? Because there's at least 2 or 3 very specific allegations in that film. Are they all actors? Is somebody who you don't like, is somebody who says something that you don't, that you think is inconvenient, is that person always an actor, Mr. Farage? It's extraordinary. Or do you subscribe to the view that I've got, that Mr. Putin is a doppelganger because I don't like what he says? As far as I'm concerned, I think I've got good evidence for suggesting that Putin uses doppelgangers and that Putin is dead. Do you have the same evidence to support the idea that the people who are running around the place campaigning for you, Mr. Farage, are doppelgangers or actors? Because if you don't, I think this is just a matter of your getting caught out and not being honest enough to be able to take responsibility for the people who are working in your name. And I was struck by Rishi Sunak standing in front of a BBC camera talking about his daughters and saying that he felt offended to be called an effing, and then he used the racist slur. And it was bleeped out on the BBC, and I don't think it should have been bleeped out, and I don't think I should be so coy as not to use it. But, I'm aware of YouTube guidelines, and I think the fact that Mr. Sunak is using it to highlight the level of racist abuse that is tolerated and encouraged by Reform UK under Farage's leadership, I think that says something. This isn't about, at this moment now, we are moving slightly away from the general election campaign into slightly more philosophical and reflective language, because this is about the national dialogue. It goes beyond the cut and thrust of a general election campaign. In the same way as I think betting on an election result is an unacceptable thing to do. But using this sort of racist slur about the Prime Minister, who is, by the way, is still Prime Minister at this moment. And that's something that I think Nigel Farage has not taken on board. If he wants to promote patriotism, then this is his Prime Minister. This is his Prime Minister that one of his people is abusing. And he can't just say, well, it's got nothing to do with me. Oh, it's just a joke. Or this is an actor. There comes a point when if you're going to lead a party and you're going to be a candidate in an election and a serious candidate, you have to take responsibility. And Nigel Farage doesn't really understand this concept.